So today's topic is invoice clarification. The concept of invoice clarification is similar to payment clarification. So in payment, we have learned that when we receive a payment and if we don't get a correct reference, that is who has paid in case of payment lot posting, it ends up in clarification and it ends up in a work list and somebody works on it and transfers it to the correct account. In invoice, this goes to clarification, but not due to unknown reference because there is no. It is not like that. I mean, for payment lot, what happens? The payment reference comes from outside. It's like an inbound file. But for invoice, there is no such file. So when we send invoice to clarification, that is when the amounts we think the amount is abnormal. Okay, say we can define a feasible amount range, and if we receive a payment, if we receive an invoice which is less than or more than that feasible amount range, then we send the invoice into clarification. Then from the clarification we can um, either discard the invoice or we can still allow the posting. Okay, so here also someone with the admin role, he or she will work on the clarification. Okay, so let's do find it from the SAP ebook only, AC 245. Page is 151, I guess. Okay, so here's a scenario. So you can define ranges or rules that are used to check if there is any need for clarification during invoicing process. For example, invoice amount is out of range or an error is occurred. Clarification in invoicing supports all these processes. Okay, so the amounts can be abnormal or the volume can also be abnormal. Okay, then also we can send it to clarification because maybe CC is sending me abnormal value, and if I don't have a check in the invoicing and we send that higher amount invoice to the customer, then the customer will get pissed off. Okay, why? How come such a huge amount of invoice is sent to me? Okay, they may not like it. That can be a bad customer experience. For example, at Print Service Corporation, 99.8% of the billing document have amounts ranging between 1 to 1,000 euro. Okay. Print Service Corporation wants to see clarification processing in convergent invoicing if the billing document amount is less than 1 euro or greater than 1,000 euro. Okay. Say I'm receiving a negative invoice or I'm getting a positive invoice which is more than 1,000. Okay. So here we can put a clarification. So how do we configure that? So here, remember we talked about invoicing functions. We copied a lot of invoicing functions and assigned to our invoicing process. So if I go to FICA IMG, convergent invoicing process, define invoicing process. Here we copied a lot of invoicing functions. Okay, so invoicing function, we copied 33 invoicing function. Now to let the clarification work, we have to assign few invoicing function. So in the AC 245, this topic is about invoicing function only. We will see there are so many invoicing function. We'll just see couple of them. I mean, four or five of the important invoicing functions. Rest are not that much explored. Okay, so uh, we will add these two invoicing function: validate source for source document check and validate inv for invoicing plausibility check. So the plausibility or feasibility can be checked for both billing document as well as during invoicing document. Okay, so billing clarification I have never worked, but SAP has given this feature. Okay, so ideally in the billing we don't put any clarification, we don't put any plausibility or feasibility validation, we don't put, because billing is will not generate any outbound communication or will not generate any posting document, but invoicing will. That's why mostly we use this one, validate inv. Okay, this one is also available, validate source. Both of them can be activated, and the plausibility check can be added both at invoicing level and at source document level. Okay, now these two invoicing functions needs to be activated. So here it says, when creating invoices and processing billing documents, situations can occur that demand termination of this. We have just went through. Acha, invoicing clarification covers the following process and function. Recognize defined situation in invoicing process in contract account and receivable and payable. So I have to tell the system based on which values we are going to send it to clarification, or we let it get invoiced. Okay. Create clarification cases automatically or manually. Now clarification case can go to clarification case can be created automatically if the amount does not fall into that feasible value. Automatically clarification case can be created, or we can manually also create clarification case. I have not done manually, but automatic clarification case can be created. So when you do it from FKK Bixbit that is when you do manual invoicing, then it will give you an option that do you want to create a clarification case, or you want to do invoicing. Okay, that feature will be given to you. But if you run it in the mass job FKK inv underscore ma, in that case it will not let you choose between creation of clarification case or invoice. Okay, so I'll show you today that first. Once I'll do manual invoicing via FKK Bixbit Mon, there you'll see it will show a pop-up giving me the option create a clarification case or continue invoicing. And after that I'll run the same with the same amount, uh, that is the amount which does not fall within that feasibility range, but this time I will run mass invoicing fkk inv underscore ma. Now in the mass job it cannot give me a pop-up, it will straight away create a clarification. Okay, we'll see the differences. Now specify a clarification process that supports asynchronous manual post-processing of clarification case using an agent. So somebody will have access to that work list, like we had FPCPL during payment lot. Here also we have FKK INV underscore CFC. Using that T code, we can also see how many invoices are in clarification, and that agent can either clarify, that is allow invoicing, or can discard the invoicing. Okay, then clarification cases automatically. Clarify means I'm allowing posting, or I am discarding posting. Posting means invoice document posting. Okay, validation covers the system side analysis and reconciliation of a clarification situation when processing source document or invoice, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. Now here you see a diagram of about the process. So billing document, source document categories INVBI, source document type, an amount is 0.90, that is less than €1. Okay, in the previous example we have seen, if the amount is less than €1 and more than €100, we'll send it to clarification. And here, say in this example it has mentioned a source document check of 1 to 5,000, that if it is less than 1 and more than 5,000, it will create a clarification case. Now when you start invoicing, clarification case invoicing document check, the check will happen. Okay, and it will check that it does not fall within the plausible range of 1 to 5,000, and it will create a clarification work list. Okay, then invoicing document created clarification history. After that, from the clarification work list, if you invoice it, okay, then it will show a history that it went to clarification earlier. Okay, this is what it has mentioned. Here the steps are mentioned. I mean this AC245 I have uploaded into our folder. You can go through this. So here in the step 1, we create a source document check, then start the invoicing process with the invoicing function. That is in the config, we will assign the invoicing function, then we'll run the invoicing. Clarification work on clarification case. Now in the clarification, once it is created, it will be somebody will work on it. The clarification worklist is a tool for working on clarification cases. The following functions are possible. We can check the document, clarify, set validation on true, put clarification on hold, deny invoicing, or run invoice process manually. That means this is a final outcome. We can reject invoicing versus we can allow invoicing. Okay. If the invoicing process continues, an invoicing document is created with the clarification history. So if I run invoicing, that is I allow, then it has a history of it that it went to clarification. Now I have to assign these two, validate underscore src, that is for billing at billing level, and validate underscore inv, that is to do invoicing level. Okay, so I'll show you the plausibility check of invoicing, not at billing level, because billing level plausibility check is not that popular, and mostly it is done at invoicing level only. But SAP has given the two feature. Although I'll assign the two plausibility checks to invoice functions, but I'll continue with the follow-up configuration for validate underscore inv, not for. I'll show you where you can do validate underscore source as well, but I'll do the nodes are next to each other. Okay, I'll carry on with this one. Okay, these are fine. Now here in the fkk inv underscore c4c, we can see all the clarification, all the items that are lying in clarification. And clarification can be created on 1 or 2 if I want to do the clarification on billing. Okay, and if I want to do clarification on invoicing, we can use the case type 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and here fkk inv underscore c4c, in the easy access screen we can see the items which are lying in clarification. Okay, this I'll open the system, but I just wanted to show you from the this SAP ebook. So here how a clarification look like. Okay, so for this, it went to clarification. This is fkk inv underscore c4c cfc screen. Clarification 1 is created, and here we can do this thing: check document okay, reverse document, do not invoice, put document on hold. These many features are available, but this screen looks like a previous version of SAP. In our current version, we don't have, I mean, the GUI or the layout is a bit different. Okay, UI is a bit different, not exactly that you see here. Okay, I think that's, yeah, here we configure the reason. Okay, so here we see clarification category 01 is for billing, 02 is for billing, 03 is for invoicing. We will see all those things. The posting area 26, here we will assign the clarification check source document is mentioned as AMB. Similarly, check invoicing document will create one. Okay, and here we put the logic that amount based validation or quantity based validation. Amount based validation I have here, it is mentioned that 1 to 1000 is the amount based validation. Similarly, a quantity based validation can also be done in the below node. That is, if the volume, say I am, say for Netflix, I put a validation that people can, for Netflix, people can stream videos, watch videos, and they have a download limit of, say, 10 GB per month. Okay, so that is the uh, quantity based validation. That is, if the download limit is more than 10 GB, then create a clarification case. Okay, so that is what do I say, volume based clarification. Okay, that's it. Now let's go to the system and we will configure clarification. Okay, so first
What
I have, yes.
quick question, okay. So is there any concept of a clarification account over there, like usually that we
No,
have
no,
it in pay?
No. It
Okay.
will not. It will not create two separate documents. It will create the single document only. Only
Mhm.
first scenario, it will not create a document, and somebody will allow. Then it will create a document. Okay, it's not a temporary parking account, unlike we did in payment.
Can we say like it's a similar topic that we have it in ICP, ISU related to billing, outsource, and all that stuff?
Yes. You can do. You can say like that. Outsort, amount based outsort. We can do similar to. This is similar to that. Okay. So here first function is we have to add validate underscore source. So I'll check if that function is already added. Validate star. Okay. Okay. It was copied already. Yes, Anit, tell me.
Volume-based validation, I just have a little confusion. Can you elaborate on that?
Volume based means we can whenever the bits are coming, whenever the bits are coming, we can have they can send me the content. Okay, like how much download it has taken, or how much. So for telecommunication, how much data is consumed. If the data consumption uh, is an abnormal amount, then also we can stop the invoicing. Okay, that is volume based clarification. Not only amount based, we can also do volume based clarification as well. Okay, we'll validate based on volume also. If the volume is on a higher side or abnormally lower side, then we will not invoice it, we'll hold it, and later we can invoice.
Got it. Thank you,
Okay,
Sabatya.
okay, no issue. So here already, since I copied from a maybe I don't recall which one I copied from. I think ZC30 I copied from. In the ZC30 we have done the entire training. So these two invoicing functions are already copied. So this one validate underscore source is for source document plausibility check. Source document meaning the billing document check. It is for the billing document check. And validate underscore inv means invoicing document plausibility check. It is for posting the invoicing. So although both the functions are added, we can check the we can later we have to do the validation, like up to this amount. So here we can do it at source document level, or we can do it at invoicing document level. Both are possible. Okay, but going forward in the next nodes, I will do the check at invoicing document level, not at the source document level. Okay, I mean we can also do, I'll show the nodes where we do the source document level also. Okay, so this is done. Next come out collapse invoicing. Scroll down, you'll find clarification processing. So it will create clarification documents. First create a number range for clarification case. In a scratch environment you have to create number range. Here it is already configured. I think two clarification number ranges are already configured, 1000 to 9999, and maybe one more, 10 100,000 and to 100,200. Okay, different number ranges are already configured, no need to create new. Then come down, maintain clarification reasons. My application area, I am working in S extended FICA, and here you see already these many clarification reasons are created, and you see the clarification case category. So 1 and 2 are for source document. Okay, and for invoicing we are going to use 303. I can also do 1 and I can also do 3. That is, if I want both like both the clarification case, I can do one for source document, that is for billing, and one for invoicing document. Okay, so here I'm creating only one. So click on new entry. My clarification case category will be 03 invoicing. I'll call it, it's 2 digit 3 digit. Okay, Z12. Can I add more? No, I cannot add any other character. I'll reason text Z102 customer invoice feasibility check or plausibility check. If you want manual clarification to be allowed, you check on this. Okay, I have never done manual clarification. Let's try in this batch. I'll try manual clarification. Okay, let's see the outcome. So save. First, I just created one clarification case. Now in this clarification case, now I have to assign the range, that is what value to what value we will think it's good, and less than or greater than that will be impossible. Okay, this is done. Now I'll come back. Here are the two nodes for checks and assign checks, define checks and assign checks for source document. And here are the two nodes for define check and assign check for invoicing document. Okay, I'll show you for source document how to do. Come here, define checks for source document. So you'll see here already for source document a check is created src1 here, not me. Okay, src, this one is already created. Okay, for this, for this clarification reason, the validation is mentioned below. So if you go in the src, here it is mentioned that this is for billing src, and a sample function module is assigned. Clarification reason is src, the one that he or she created in the previous node. For 01 category, only one clarification reason is created. Okay, if you go back for 01 category, application area is for 01 category. So when I'm doing at billing level, whatever are created at billing document level, source document level, only those will be shown. So for 01 level, only src is created. So this is src, and here I mean someone else has added the value. So first level check, second level check, third level check. So if the amount is between 500 to 1000 USD and valid from 11124, I mean recently it was created maybe. If the amount is between this, then it will be allowed, else it will go to a clarification. Can I go everyone to go on mute? Mohit, can you please go on mute? You can unmute if you have a question.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is amount based clarification. Similarly, there can be a quantity based validation. So here a quantity level each, uh, 500 to 1000. Okay, quantity level validation someone has added here. I have, although I have not used quantity based validation, because for the amount we know which field to refer to, but for the quantity there is no standard field called quantity. In the bit you'll see billable class, billable item class, billable items, main transaction, sub transaction, sub process. You'll not find a quantity field. Okay, so for this quantity level, quantity based validation, I don't know if we have to enhance an event, because I don't know the exact field where I need to refer to, where the quantity values are being passed. For amount we know that it is a billable item amount. Okay, but this quantity we don't have any standard field. So here similarly the billing validation is added. I will not add anymore. I'll create our own invoicing validation. Okay, this is first we create the check, then we assign the check. Okay, so come back. This node is for create check. I hope you understood the check rule here. Now assign check. Now I will add it to my sub process and all. Okay, so here, no, it is not assigned here. It was src na, not src1. Reason was src, and which one he has assigned. Okay, it is not properly assigned here. Okay, so basically you can assign it at list select keys. You can assign it at source document category, source document type, and source document. Here you can do the assignment. Okay, it is not properly assigned in the billing side. It needs to be assigned. Now similar way I'll do it for invoice. Okay, define check for invoicing document. Come here. Now mine is what was that, Z102 I did na, Z12. Okay, so here define checks for invoicing document. I'll create new entry. I'll call it Z102 itself. Okay, I need the function model to be copied. Huh? Just a minute. I have to go back the standard function model. I have to copy. I don't recall that TFK what is a number. So maybe I'll go inside, and this is a standard function module. So I'll create new entry. This is Z102, and here I'll add the function module. And here you can add a custom function module if you want a different level check, say amount based check. I think better than event, you can do it here only. Okay, so say amount based check to simple. Say you want quantity based check, then which value, which field to be referred to. Maybe you can have a custom field in the bit class, and based on the custom field, you can determine that the value in that custom field is good enough, that is within your feasibility range or not. Okay, so here I can add the check. Say I want to check if the invoice amount is more than 100 to 1000 is my possibility value. Okay, so customer invoice amount $100 to say 500. Okay, here I'll add the clarification reason Z12, this one. Preliminary invoice I have not configured, so we'll do that later. Save. Now I'll add the amount based validation. Click on new entry. Here multiple amount based validation are there: first level, second level, third level, like that. Mostly we do only one. So USD validity is 0101 2024. uh Feasible, or maybe I'll call it plausible range of $100 to 1000. I will put the value 100 to 1000. Okay, and I can save it. And similarly, quantity based also we can do new entry, and for that you have to in the in the FM function module you can add your logic. Okay, like in which value, we are getting the data or download value, that is that we can get from a custom field, then accordingly we can add a logic and validate. Okay, so here I'm not putting any such validation. So my plausibility check is Z102. Okay, so I think it was properly done for source document also. Source document, this is the SRC1. Okay, so here it has done INVBI invoicing category and one, it is for the billing side it is done. For the invoicing side, now I will assign. So here I have defined. Next I'm going to assign. Come here, assign checks for invoicing document. uh, Click on new entry. My invoicing process is 12. Invoicing type is 12, and here I'll add the check which is Z102 that I have just created. Okay, and since I have only one, I'll just put sequence number 1. Save. Okay, this is done. Say here I want 2 checks, so here I can put one, another one, say Z103 I create, maybe between 500 to 1000, something like that. Then I can put a second check and I can put in sequence number 2. When it goes to clarification, it will tell me due to which check it goes to went to clarification. Is it due to Z101 or due to Z102? Okay, so for clarification, exception list from S, I think nothing is required here. Okay, now here the configuration is done. Now let's go to the end user part. Now remember, a CA can have at a time maximum one clarification document. It cannot have more than one clarification document. So unlike the payment lot, say first invoice is generated, and first invoice, say it passes through, that is it is within the plausibility range. Okay, next invoice is generated, it goes to clarification. It will give you an option when you do it in dialog mode, that is in manually. When you do, it will give you an option that do you want to post the invoice or send to clarification. Say you send it to clarification. Now when you create one more invoice, say you don't clarify, it is lying in clarification, and did not allow or deny invoicing, nothing you did, it is still open in the work list. Now suppose you post another invoice which also is not in the feasible range, it will in the pop-up, it will tell you that one item is already in clarification. Do you want to, it will not let you create another clarification. Okay, it will show uh, this CA already has a clarification, and it will give you an option view clarification, not create clarification. That is the one which is lying in clarification. How does it look like? I mean, what was the amount? Okay, so the existing one you can check, you cannot create more. Okay, so at a time multiple you cannot create. So let's do the end user part and validate. So first I'll post an invoice with a happy path where that is more than 100. I think 100 to 500 or 1000 I did 500. Oh, oh sorry, 1000 I did now. So I'll change the text here. Somewhere I saw here I'll change it to, it is taking from the value not from the text, but the text can be misleading, so I'll just change the text 1000 to 1000. Okay, so I'll post an invoice where the amount is more than 1000 slash o SE38 RFQ big sweet sample 102. Now 20 into 4, it will be 80. I don't want to send clarification my first document, so let's say it is 25. Okay, now remember the clarification will happen based on invoice amount, not the billing amount. Okay, so uh, here on top of 25 the taxes will be added, maybe 4% or 5%, what will be the taxes amount. The invoice amount will be 105. Okay, so we are safe here. Not only, I mean, the total is is on the border line, but the taxes will be added, so I don't expect any message here, the clarification message. So I'll execute. Billable item generated. Now I have to follow the scheduling 15.1 bill. Okay, we are already 22.1, so it is covered, but I just added. Okay, up to billing, no change will be there. During invoicing, it will validate. Okay, now I think it will not stop me because the amount is higher. Let me check the invoicing. 18th February, I think, yes, 18th February. Okay, I did not get any pop-up saying it is not within feasibility, so it is posted. Okay, so border scenario 105, that is 100 plus 5 tax, no clarification it asks for. Now I'll post an amount which will be less than 100, and it will ask me to create a clarification case, or it will let me go on and do the invoicing. So here I'll do now $20. So 20 into 4 will be 80, then 5% of 80 will be how much? 4. So the total will be 84, and 84 is less than 100. Now it will create clarification case. Okay, it will ask me create clarification case or invoice. Okay, it will give me an option. In the mass run it will not give me an option, in the single run it will give me an option. Okay, so let's see. Billable item created $80 till billing, there is no change. Billing is done. The billing date should be 1802. Now I'm doing the invoicing. Okay, so this is 1802, this is 1802. Let's see the config is working or not, because in the assign check I have mentioned that if my invoicing process is 12 and invoicing type is 12, then you add this check, where in this check I mentioned that stop me if the amount is within 100 and 1000. Okay, so execute. Okay, this pop-up, it did not you did not see this pop-up earlier. Now it says result of check Z102. So here I have mentioned that check Z102 invoicing check, customer invoice amount 100 to 1000, that was the description of text of this check. Debit amount 84, not within the allowed limit 100 and 1000. Okay, so my amount does not fall within the clarification feasibility amount. Now it is asking me create a clarification case with clarification reason Z12. Okay, so Z12 we configured, like here I have assigned against this Z102. Here I have assign Z12. Okay, and this Z12 clarification reason I configured here against 3 clarification category 3 I configure. Okay, so all the required information is being shown to me. Now I can still invoice or I can create a clarification case. Okay, say for this one I'm creating a directly creating invoice. Next time I'll send it to clarification. Okay, so if you think okay, that is fine, you can continue invoicing and it will post the invoice, no issue. Normal invoice, it will post. Now again I'll create one where I will send it to clarification. I'll show you how does it look like. Okay. So here the option was there, create clarification. Next time I'm going to press that push button, that create clarification. So I'll post another invoice. This time I'll post $21. Okay, or maybe $22. So 22 into 4 equal to 88. Even if I add the taxes, it will not surpass 100. It will still be less than 100. And it will ask me to create clarification. So billable item generated, select all, bill. This is 15.1. And I'm invoicing 1802. 1802. Okay, so now same, it has calculated the amount 84 sorry 88 plus I think 8 point or 4.40. Okay, so again it is asking me to create clarification. Here I am creating a I can see the invoicing document, it will not be generated. I go to the invoicing document, number is not there. Posting document, let's see, do I have a posting document? So here you see nothing, document display not possible, item is only simulated. Okay, so it is showing me how would the invoice look like if I would have post. Okay, so I'll go back and now I want to create a clarification case. Click on create clarification case. Okay, so in the log it shows, if you go to the log, it will show why this went to clarification. This is not within the feasibility and all. Now go back, I want to see the clarification. Click on new clarification cases, click on it, and it will show you 130 this clarification case is created. Okay, get inside, and this is how the clarification case look like. This is the display view of clarification. Okay, so and here everything it says that amount is this, but expectation is 100 to 1000. That's why it went to clarification. So when we come back, I'll show you this clarification case from the clarification work list display, where multiple clarification cases can be seen. Okay, so we'll come back in 1 minute. Please join back in 1 minute. I'll continue with this clarification. Thank you.